Welcome to Family Friday. I'm Ray Davis, the Family Life Minister at the North Oaks Church of Christ in Santa Clarita, California. Today I want to look at Proverbs and see what it says about friends and friendship. The reason I bring this up for Family Friday is that it always helps when the husband and wife are very good friends. And so let's take a look at what Proverbs says, and you look at these texts and consider how you could be a better friend to your wife, to your husband, to your parents, to your kids. One of the first things that Proverbs stresses about friendship, a true friend, is that there's loyalty and faithfulness. Loyalty really implies that you will not turn your back on your friend, your spouse, your kids, your parents, just because you're tempted to do so. And you don't withhold good. If you have something good that you can give your spouse, your kids, your parents, you don't withhold it. And certainly just the opposite is true. You don't plan harm against them. A friend loves at all times. In every relationships, there's ups and downs, good and bad, some boring times, some exciting times, but a friend loves all the time. And again, notice that kinsfolks are born to share adversity. That's really where true friendship comes in, dealing with adversity. And then we see that some play with friendship. But a true friend sticks closer than one's siblings. Well said. And then the last one there, you got to be nearby. Of course, nowadays with our technology, you can be nearby even though you're on the other coast. But that's the key. There is a communication, there's a loyalty, there's trying to be a help, trying to be an understanding person. And that's how we have strong relationships within family. The next topic of a friend that's covered in Proverbs is honesty. An open rebuke. They're hard to take sometimes, and sometimes we don't know how to rebuke. If you find yourself criticizing the person, then that's not good. A rebuke should really focus on the behavior that needs to change. And notice that that open rebuke is better than hidden love, where you keep some things to yourself. And I like the next verse. Well meant are the wounds of a friend. A friend can say some things that hurts, but they're well meant. Better to have those than the kisses of an enemy. And when we really stop to think about it, a marriage is God's way of helping us to mature, to be a better person, to be fully rounded. And sometimes those wounds come from our children. And again, if we'll jump down to the last verse, this rebuke is a crown jewel if we are willing to listen. In fact, what I often tell husbands in particular, when your wife begins to give her laundry list of things that need to be different, don't take what she says personally. Emotionally step back for a moment and listen and try to figure out, why is she saying this? Is she afraid? Is she humiliated? What's going on? And if you listen carefully, both to your spouse and your kids, they will provide you the solution to the problem they're talking about. And of course, a true friend forgives. When you're willing to forgive, that fosters that bond between people. However, if we dwell on our differences and disputes, we will alienate one another. Now, there is one caveat that we need to consider. It's fools who mock at the guilt offering or try to mock that I need to say I'm sorry and let's just move on. When wounds do occur, there needs to be some kind of emotional communication and listening so that the wound can be cured and we can go on as deeper, trusting friends. Finally, we can say that a true friend respects boundaries. Now, in all of these verses, it's just a warning. Don't take your troubles into somebody else's household. Yes, there's times we need to talk and maybe vent with somebody that we love and trust. But if it becomes a habit, the neighbor, the friend will become weary and will start despising you. And really, what we need to do is remember those boundaries. And it's my problem. It's my problem with my spouse. It's my problem with my children. It's my problem with parents. I can try to get some advice, but sooner or later, I must take action if I own the problem. Well, I think that'll give you enough to chew on and think about, reflect about what kind of friendship you have within your families. I will have posted all the text that I have so you can take a look at those in more detail. That'll be in a link in the information regarding this lesson. And so take a look at them. I also need to say I'm going to take a couple of weeks off. So I'll see you the third Friday of August. Going to be doing some traveling and getting some things done for Cindy. So in the meantime, be a friend.